man about the before. Yeah, no more some reservation. But I know a lot of Ghanaian folks, or not even Ghanaian folk, other African folks, who are thriving and doing very well. Mhm. Yeah, but of course, there is always a good side and a bad side.
Ebusiafo me ma akwa about SVTV Africa. So nim say about social issues, entertainment and sports are SVTV Africa. Daily hustle worldwide. The only one the internet TV be we are find be able to be join here. So if you only boy a YouTube channel no so tap subscribe like na share na for adwen chere ba nya tem didie because yen na program we so no ya connecting of be ye boa ye tie stories omo outside omo share experience ni ade. I don't just say oh Ghana how can but Ghana ha no so him say Wi-Fi is stronger so you can come on na any komo na internet no sometimes any problem no do na because data the fear data to Wi-Fi na office do office na internet ya e bit me edin komo nti baby oh we are say fa na be out me ba show no so fam DJ nyame nti me flight number na DHW daily also worldwide 1642 Concorde plane Edganipa, the fastest plane in the whole world. Kini le krame. Me too far. Me call Japan. Me go din komo Japan. Na many boss ba go din komo mene Mr. J Ampedu Ofosu. Mr. J Ampedu Ofosu. Boss ma akwa about SVTV Africa so boko there.
Eradia don boko na onso we.
Nice one. Me so mo Japan for the omo gadget to who dey what now. Headset and the mic Japan.
Oh, David.
Don't go there. Solid sound also to be clear. Internet. Maybe who internet be say me home one sorry. No say come on be there. But yeah, internet be wa actually. Black. Anyway, boss Japan side now.
Oh, she say dear me wo prefecture be our friend of Fukuoka. Now in Fukuoka no main city no so your friend of Fukuoka city, but maybe wo Kitakishu city. Into Kitakishu city no yeah, Fukuoka. Fukuoka is about 900 almost 1,000 kilometers from Tokyo. Yeah.
I see.
So it's in the south, yeah, Fukuoka.
Next time I bet Fukuoka, Nikoka. Fukuoka. Toshiba. Oti Toshiba. If you bet you say we Nimoto. Anyway, who took one call Japan
Ache 2022 year me 11 years. Now me Bahanum April 2011. Just I think right after the earthquake, tsunami na esi of Fukushima with the your friend is a nuclear power plant, you know. And you know, time I may buy, you know, na me buy na high hunkakra because before I me background, my parents were not too enthused because now checking the international news that this was the biggest kind of nuclear disaster after Chernobyl, and you know it was pretty scary. And but now me back school. Minya scholarship semi-ambition, the member my masters and PhD at University of Tokyo. And you know, na ehunka kakra wo ho, but eja ye de ni nyina to nchen na ye bae so no radiadom things have not been worse like I thought. The Japanese people know you're very conservative. And you know, I would say governments try to control information compared to the Western world, but they were able to handle this kind of in a safe way.
Able to handle.
Yes.
Back to Japan. Back to Ghana and Sunday I come back to Japan. Now Ghana if side now free.
Oh, Ghana me kowni me mame and me papa nyina me papa fi kow obo and mami fi kow obomen na kow dia me ntina ho no moda yeah you call for visits but Accra ne atna especially Madina and Adenta area And yet not tamale so kakra for be 5 years. Na
Oh.
me ankasa me ko elementary school dia me ko no Accra. But junior sister my friend junior high, GSS me ko no tamale. Nti me graduate year no me ba presec Legon. Nti honum na mbeko SSS. So that's a friend SS na nye senior high. Nti between 1991 and 2001 na more presec. Nti me
Wow.
wie na me call tech. And I take me call yeah electrical engineering for 4 years. Until after
Wow.
that, Eradiado minya opportunity yeah me national service upon generating station. Na mete akosombo die during the national service, but na me ejuma akosombo power plants. Na me ejuma o akuse power plant. Until I worked with them for about 9 to 10 months. And after that, and a Jana system no mun ko years and after that me ko yeah senior instructor or Takrady Polytechnic, which I enjoyed. I enjoyed my stay in Takrady Polytechnic. Na me sure some subjects so honum to say electrical machines and a control system, and I think also power electronics. But and I had a very good rapport with most of the students and most of the staff over there. It was an interesting time for me, and it developed my life in Sokakra. Until from that time, I think after about 2.5 years, and I may apply for Japanese government scholarship. I'm a friend of Mombuka Rakusho in Japanese. And see in English, I'm kind of mixed Ministry of Education and Culture and Technology scholarship. And see, I know Radiadum Medeba Kromha. And I'm able
Wow.
to be to school for 7 years.
Wow, wow,
Yeah.
wow, wow, wow. Now, countries be brave on a banisa na choose say Japan on our beko.
Okay, no cranya me any need time I near what take no not me kai me madam for back on say or Ohio CC. Ne yeah, we were not roommates, but we were course-mates. And now we had this strong desire, say Charlie, we have to do our masters because me papa he did a trade as electrical technician. Into Mikai those days time I was taking yeah befia. A jalco take equations in the obesia, principles and subesia, but technical ability in your honor. It's a be a befia cry, my friend papa say iron cross I obit me CC. Now will be a me electrical engineering mean to me CC and our fan cross here. So and motivating me say no, I say me call abontain na me call me me masters and if possible me PhD and so. But I had interest. You drew second year, I had interest in aerospace, into electrical engineering. Even though at that time I had to study electrical engineering. And my name madam for eja. Yeah, started say I prepare your home for outside. Into time I your technique now we were preparing ourselves to take graduate record exams. So person go school or US more exam be my friend GRE into take here when you very high scores it's likely so be your scholarship. But that time so now meaning say so person or space engineering or US because of security related issues into the scholarship in heading. And I'll be your admission cry. There is no scholarship. You have to foot the bill, and it's very expensive. And I'm not from a rich background. And I tried. A lot of universities to say Caltech say minya admission, but not fees need too much. Georgia Tech also minya admission to come and do aerospace engineering, but not fees need too. Into manko. Into me my dream fee so. And Madam for Bakwa, many year Juma wo Akuse powerhouse. Oh no, no, catch them say after some time now, catch them say now won't say about Japanese government scholar. I'm so Charlie mean say that go na Japan the enemy trip, Japan the enemy man say a ban of consumer electronics and a cars. But I didn't really think I knew nothing about the Japanese culture other than the Ishiawo school say about Hiroshima and Nagasaki during the Second World War. And the buy and they say may apply somewhere in 2010. And told me a short list. I may cry me and my funny serious. And told me a short list and almost invited me for an interview. So me by interview na a radiadum. Mensaka scholarship na mama BP Japan or Hanum say.
Wow,
It's
wow,
originally they're not Japan and come plans on cry. But
wow,
it
wow.
happened to be and I did back on so I mechanic say sometimes we are say we frustration sometimes when you are frustrated, it's good. You can take something positive out of everything. Because initially when I joined Takrade Poly, I really liked the place, but I felt I could do more because I felt there was much more that could be done. But I didn't know where to channel those frustrations. So out of frustration, when Emami taking up this initiative to apply for other scholarships and even applied for other kinds of job. Uh-huh. And sometimes nothing is smooth in this world. Nothing is easy. No matter what happens, you can take some positive aspects out of it and then apply it, and something good may come out of it. And
Wow.
it was something that was really interesting.
Wow. Now also na saa time na earthquake ni so esi popi mu say emu suro ma men ko ni ade no ada na one odi on no anga so me ko the following year na bibisa.
So actually the ACN say me ankasa no na I had this burning desire and person me my masters and PhD even before I made my BSc. And interesting enough, so that time a scholarship no buy Minya adwuma nso wɔ one mining company mimbo mudin. I can tell you off air. And minya adwuma nso wɔ another mining company, but me dream ho a me nafofo ana me omo yɛ adwuma discuss here. Most of them were telling me say Charlie, we are kwasiapa o when you adwuma kona ko yɛ adwuma na o ko school akɔyɛ de o kita first degree. O here degree bia bi. And I listened to the arguments which was reasonable. And me ne my cousin me nua pa ya ko say ntafo be nye ntafo o free me my side your friend no Kwame Boama. It's a Kwame Boama na me ni discuss and catch them now me school na your friend me shopper because me so they be am home kitten yeah I'm from shopper from presec days it's a Kwame Boama shopper now say tem bia waka so person kwa bontin ko masters na any PhD now when you have this opportunity I also require adwuma I don't know for scholarship now me catch say challenge is true I have to listen to my heart not just my head and I couldn't even tell my parents to say me a job opportunity because if I told them I'm be discourage me and me ignore job opportunity na eja me this scholarship nechi and I me buy because there was this burning desire I said they be quite be so they say me a masters and then PhD. It was just out of a desire and passion. Yeah.
Now go do Japan finally go do na sponsorship no omo dey ma no packages near then.
Okay, so
omo accommodation, omo dey obetia ko betima ejuma obetima then.
Okay, and usually so we are mixed scholar. Those days, not buying how much? About 150,000 yen per month. And 150,000 yen per month. Those days, now I think the dollar yen equivalent, $1 was about 90 something yen or approximately 102 or convert approximately $1,500 those days. And as a student, you pay your rent from that, your friends the transport, and then also day-to-day activities. And this was a fully sponsored educational framework. And Bema is kind of, but you pay all your expenses out of the money they will give you. And you could also do part-time work. You needed permission to do part-time work, but I think the part-time work was limited to about 20 something hours per week. So by me mom dear my part-time work because I think the money was enough. And then so because school me buy and I focus much more on education, even though in my latter years, during my PhD, I was doing some part-time work, teaching job, now me physics experiments. That was some college. But no was not really every day. It was like once a week.
Wow. It's interest is here school no. Where we?
Oh, school near me school. Me PhD 2018. Now usually when say hanum no PhD ni your common to kita a doctor crown himself a doctor. I say about 3 months ago, City Hanum no more some international program being no inviting me say member my talk. Nti me call, you know, and I'm introduce me. So we want to welcome Dr. Ofosu. I'm say, who is Dr. Ofosu? The me cry, I'm bumming this cry, say, I go cry me a doctor. Yeah, until 2018, and me me PhD, and I think 2018 June, and I'm starting to say me yeah, Juma. Now I'm some small research company be, and then yeah, Juma. But so that time me relocated from Tokyo, Eba, Osaka. Osaka is in the middle of between Tokyo and Fukuoka. And you know, Osaka now many some small technology company be here, Juma. But unfortunately, company no collapse. And you know, after that, you know, and me back to Kitakyushu. And to say, you know, me a postdoc researcher at Kitakyushu Institute of Technology.
Wow. And you
Yeah.
almost sponsor our way when you know, some maintain and yeah, they are almost
Oh,
now the Ghana.
oh, there be antisa. You can leave anytime you want to leave. There actually with a mix scholarship, you know, you are encouraged to go back to your home country. That is the reality. But there is no bonding until you can go back, which is the best thing to do. And I hope say someday in the future, definitely Ghana will many things in Ghana and the other may be. But mena me person may grab it some experience kakra and then get also some little knowledge here and there before nipa be fee.
11 years
And
so what me about.
my ba once pe your friend is saying me ba actually I got 2019 so can may be fee, but because of the COVID situation you know mentimi amba maba once pɛ na mebaeɛ nti no yɛbɔ mpaeɛ sɛ yɛbɛtumi aba bi me small boy bi wɔ ɔha madwen
Hey, Obani.
meba me second boy.
Master, oh yes, smart pa. Of course, yamos scholarship in answer the Shia DB. Of course, wako hijack your money be.
Oh, there be my hijack it.
Hey, yes, smart.
Oh,
Now,
there be.
Mammy Miss Away. What are you Japanese?
You're Japanese ni yeah worry I think it's the ending of 2014.
Wow.
Yeah, 2014, yeah.
I see. It's your
mm.
first born lady saying.
We did 6 years.
6 years.
We did 3 years. We were 3 years.
I see. Yansha why they mean so? Yansha who daki for saying wako warrior me say easy ni ade mra bebre busuani bi mpre ni ade.
Yeah, true. Okay, it's say bana warrior dear. I think say Hano, in fact before you were very dark saying there was this stigma. There is this kind of misrepresentation because of so Sebu I will say in your be or mobile kratasem na ade ade nti no ɛsɛ sɛ ɔmo ne mmaa no bi ware so that they can survive, which I don't hold anything against. So I'm not trying to be judgmental. But some of them didn't end very well. Into no, I'm all this negative impression. Into say Japanese ni bakra kaso or warrior African yeah, most of their family members and friends, this negative reaction towards it. Yeah, because of mistrust and because who say krata semunti and a year worry, but I don't think say ubia yet sir. And I mentioned some before I be worry no not a you kind of saying me papa he was very very you kind of say no you're welcoming. Because me kai say one time cry time I me before be me introduce me to ne papa ga and say I dey won dwene ana e wo mukrum kasem, in my presence. So yeah, so yeah. Ne papa yeah very conservative for very typical traditional Japanese for nibi, but me also catch ne papa say adding on ne papa na worry man and so no worry. Yeah, so I really loved that response from her. But eventually my father-in-law we became very good. So once they welcome you in the family, trust me, they take you as their own son. as their one of their own, and they try to take care of you. They try to be there for you, and so many other things. And but there is this kind of culture, your friend is a kind of opposition. So one man about the worry before. Yeah, no more some reservation. But I know a lot of Ghanaian folks, or not even Ghanaian folk, other African folks, I'm aware of her, who are thriving and doing very well. Mm-hmm.
Wow, wow,
Yeah. But of course, there is always a good side and a bad side in sanity. Mm.
wow, wow.
Mm.
Yen twa mo kasa no so e. Okwa no.
Mm.
Okosua yen na okọ school ana o yen thing.
Kasa ne deɛ na for me program ne deɛ na kasa no nyɛ necessary. Na kasa no nyɛ necessary, but Japan, Hanuma, you have to learn the language, because when it's your language now, you cannot survive over here. And even Crampono to work over here, Senkamete me use kasa no more. I think Senkam my level will not be postdoc, Kabana be a professor, an assistant professor, and Abibisa. But even though me kramatina hano macha meet me use kasano, means me in fact kasano really entrad, yes, sir, because still I'm limited. Kasani is very, very important. It is one advice I am the amount for mobile hanum nancy. Usually me catch on say so open say oye juma or ha. That you should take the language very serious. Me buy mission kasano kakra, but because I didn't need it for my studies and I didn't really concentrate on it, but I can communicate. I can communicate very well in Japanese and I'm in Okasa. But Japanese kasan is one thing to communicate and it's one thing to express it in writing. It's not the same. And yeah, and to learn the language, you say, yeah, no, if I say English alphabets cry, you'll bear 26, and a chi cry, you'll bear 23 or 24. But I'm over 2,000 characters. So, so you should be able to learn all these 2,000 characters. But so upesa we juma wa hano mo dia and you unhi akasa no, because Japanese society no and yet westernized, but modernized. They are two different things. Their attitude is different from the West, but it is a really modernized country. So no, if you check most of their campaigns in Yamana, is the system is already in place. It's a bar. Nobody needs a bar. They don't really need your skill, because everything that needs to be done is already pre-programmed. You just come and follow, and they train you. They want people they can train. It's so won't take us Anna. You cannot be in the system, and because of the culture, because the culture is really strong here. Western, they don't do their things like the Western world. And they need people that can easily integrate into the system. And one of the ways to integrate into every kind of culture is through the language. And survival here is very, very difficult.
Program nka bi o street this.
Debbie. Na baby abeko bi Japanese nko. Ever say city officer. City office, registration, your friends, anything that has to do with city office, hospital, maybe I'll be sometimes, maybe they are fortunate because me hear Japanese into some nowadays. I don't care about those things, but time now me single no documents by bua on tiasi. And they say you go school now, you come Japanese against Charlie. I didn't mean tiasi. And after some number of friends and frequencies, no, so okay, document to as Tracy, then you act upon it. But most of the time, they can even present you documents and you be there, you don't know what to do with it because you cannot read the language. And to survive it, you just have to. But the people are open. They are very nice. They are really nice people, and they will really help you even at their own expense. Japanese when I'm to say Ghana for pepe. The one thing I'm impaired about, I'm gonna say, I'm nka asem wɔ nim, I'm ka asem wɔ akyi. Nti so asem bi kra so ka kyerɛ wa, anka ɛbɛboa wo kra, ɔnka no wɔ w'anim. Na ma ɔbɛka no wɔ akyi ama no agu ho fi.
Say concern na say dem be me hu ono ti ona say.
You kind of say kokonsa, but enya kokonsa per se. Omo culture no, omo obibi, omo friend no honey entertainment. Nti honey ni kyerɛ the actual situation. Entertainment just means the facade. The outward. And Japanese ni they don't everyone say be inviting for lunch. On to me can't say no. But actually the culture on say no. But on can no directly. So it's yenma yefi Africa and other parts of Western society is very difficult because here the kayasem playing. But almost near masa. Into esana is very difficult to understand. Almost expression be almost friend say cookie yonde kudasa. It means that literally means read the air. So read the air and they said, but how do you expect me to read the air? Because I cannot just tell what you are thinking by looking at the atmosphere. But they tell you, so you have to learn some of these things. There are some things they will never tell you. You have to pick it from the environment, which makes life a bit uncomfortable for some of us. Because who names on pakoni buofu and as any boomfu and I the only and as an it creates some kind of communication barrier for us. But other than that, they are really helpful people and very welcoming.
The way okay say welcoming near the nice people near there no. Yes, nkophobia omo no Christo sam nyamensan kwa asori ni omu ho. Nti omo life no sese na Sundays ye kwa asori ni ade no. But omo suban no susu ye different. Oku compare o hwe side a ofria na okoye. E dey na wesu omo. Na o de hwe susu then yes then ye like wa.
Mesua niema bebre nyame adom. Ha no obeka ne say probably Christian population probably is about less than 1%. So it's a predominantly Shinto and a Buddhism society. Baby abefe bi abehu shrine abosomfie. Ona ha no so abosomfie ne nya huhuhu te say na bia Ghana kwa abosomfie de kokko etwa ho ne sa ne wona di nkosi ato David. Ha no baby abefe bi abehu shrine almost everywhere. But the people are not a make I say, for instance, like there were so many times me losing my wallet, but I always got it back intact. There were a couple of times, even recently, cry because credit card ni BBA. I always get my losing my wallet 3 times. I always get it back intact. The last one was friends last year. Ending of last year, because try a family Tokyo. Nti yɛkɔ na yɛba back no yɛkɔ airport yɛfo train nti me jam me back because na boys no wɔ me nkyɛn ɛna ɔmo maame nso ɛte ɔmo nkyɛn but you made me bag ɛto there is a carrier nti ɛna me kita boys ne nsa nti yɛsi fi train no ma yɛwura airport no me wura fie mankae me bag no nti yɛ check in am ka na me bag wɛn nti me bag nso na me wallet shame me car key shame bibia shame. I'm saying what? Into me back. I had to let me wish for Mundi kind. Into no me back me bisa obi also who bag and as a child and into me file police reports in a jam koi and I'm a back kitaki issues are. It's about 2 weeks later and a police for friends almost like a bag and so on before bag and a buying BBAU my laptop shame, my car key shame, everything was inside. But that is not the only inside.
And yes, circle.
And secondly, so
yes, circle. They see you know, and yes, circle. In class circle, and
me come assembly, I see assem so. One say, yeah, and see, one say, and yet per se say, Christosum, me Jesu di, me Jinyankopon di, meaning say BBA near a radia domintin yet but Obahanum so who say, Charlie, Debbie, enter sir. Yehia nyankopon but yes so say a boy homoding so because we encrophobia and kabeka so me abosonsum for and no mo yomusum abosum omo call temple ne shrine abosom no mo kosum of course Buddhist for no the omo ni abosonsum omo no they have a different belief but Shinto for no abosom and Ghana abosonsum yepe into wo hwe encropho way attitude any the way almost some bosom and kabeka so omo kra de nka omo ni ye de nkanya papa nso there be morality very very high hanum essing Ghana because ahano obi kra na okontokwa kra atem didie on said on timi ndi wa atem rough sir they try to be polite and so police ni kra ba be arrest wa or yes me ma saying mpa cho me ba sem ba be chill asend your obeke or power cho kra ansa na wa arrest enye gidi and omo hey na say na unim nyansa na we are breaking the law there be almost stop you they will deal with you cordially and respectfully, even when you are breaking the law. And they have this kind of attitude, which I think so we can learn from. Mekai one time, my cousin Bahanum Besrame. Or by no or Shemenim Dino catch them say, hey, it isn't grow for more earthquake. Me say I earthquake Tokyo, they be a citambia, earthquake. A dime was to say ya earthquake you see, tsunami or ha. A hurricane, typhoon, area hanum say Tembia every year. Japan records at least about 11 to 15 something typhoons per year. Tembia typhoon sima dine was so near. And also they have sinkholes as I see to me bukum. But still, these people are thriving. And I mean, you understand me, no, I say, Ghana, we are a disgrace to God. Because I didn't see Uncle was signing my way, still they have been able to survive. Na ye no ma de bia ye kwa sorry ye tin nyam yasem ye bo afore na nkese se ye do ye nuanom se ye hono nso ye ni ye any the way I do ye niaman totally and completely different from Sunny and Crawford way so your money. And any interest there isn't any immoral things here. There are other immoral things here. But when you look on the surface now, you would expect saying Crawford sorry and as some yameno. In case of cramp or life, morality, very poor, but it is the complete opposite. Wow. Mama say there is a difference between because somebody might be an atheist or but will be a responsible person in society. So even though I believe that morality should come from God, and as the basis of morality is God, but there are people these people are exhibiting the essence of God without not really saying they interact with God.
Okay, so a Christian, a wife him so a Christian, then I catch you.
Oh, beside me questions because who is a Hanomano? They have this problem. Say, I didn't see a Christopher the say 1 GS with dear uncle heaven. Now, as a son of Yanko Pontier, dear Yanko Pon ye fe, nay, Yanko Pon on ye fe, because I didn't know Christopher, I didn't a Muslim force and cast, any Buddhist force and cast, any Hindu force and casting. I didn't know Christopher Kwan, you're making such a claim. It was really difficult from the beginning to answer a question like that. And before I met Warren, so no, you're Christian, make us no, you're irreligious, just on Jishu. Most of them, even though say I finish ban a year, Obiabako shrine and a temple, and the Omoko. The same Ghana, it drew end of year, you never caught 31st night, to go on class about 31st night. I also did on temple, but 31st night, Obeko temple and Obeko shrine. I got Jinshra. No, I got to an abrabo. Yeah,
shrine Wakobi.
Oh, my call so many times. But some men come, media. Let me call me Yashi, media me call me Shani Makiki. Maybe call me Yashi. Because one time, and because one time, one of the priests or say, Brana Mishan, I'm so mad. I say, I had a Munshani video that more than enough.
Then I was through.
Oh, means Roshi, but say, any me GDA in your pens, me Coco observe it. They have really beautiful architecture in their shrines and things, and also in the especially Buddhist temples. So the kind of architecture one is really, really beautiful. And that's why, and some of them are like tourist places. Some of the shrines are really old, over 1,000 years old. You can go there and see for yourself. And me from beginning, me manage say ebe warrior aji ono so oji nyankopon di mean forcing it, but it is much better if we are on the same page than she being on, because I would want our kids to at least appreciate the things of Christ and also the things about God. So I don't want to be doing that now also, different thing. And we have to be on the same page. So it took some time, but eventually she came on board. I remember saying one argument, obisa me sa question era asemi besi me trim na me catch them can say, okay, you say Japan. Say Japan is a sovereign nation, but untimi sorry emfa open kasa oba Japan. Obia intimi sorry kasa oba Japan. And I even Ghana, you have to come through legally. And the legal requirements and say you have to present a valid passport with a valid visa. It is also Bible no so catch say so obeko heaven sana Bible na kire you nyame na make it's, you can hold the Bible responsible, but not me. But this is what I believe. But Yankopon also say there is no way to the Father except through Jesus Christ. So Jesus Christ becomes like your visa. So if Japan can do the same thing, why can't God do the same thing? If Japan can say, no, before you come here, you have to abide by certain principles and get a permit to come. If you don't have the permit, you cannot enter. So why can't God also say that if you don't have the permit, who is Jesus Christ, you cannot come? And I see from there, we had numerous back and forth discussions.
I saw no more. I saw it down.
Oh yeah, well, there are a lot of church, not in this area, but even Hakrampono. Yeah, well, sorry, but I had me buy and inquire. Sorry, that I mean in Kitaki, you had me say, but me be 2 years or had because I've not really found any Minka say good, but any church I really want to affiliate myself with. But Tokyo, there are so many churches in Tokyo. In Tokyo, they're near Kwa, sorry, every Sunday. My name is repent buy, but my man send me kind somewhere 2019 Christmas. Nanki see a but because of the situation in Timamba.
Yeah. But only buy and also then said the first time about Ghana.
And the first time about Ghana.
Also then.
Oh, so be a when you knew Tokyo dear. On Tokyo near one to turn into a Tokyo. I have crown pony baby a bishi, Kitakishi, or say high village into our Ghana basing. Yes. But actually, she enjoyed Ghana because about Ghana, who said no, people were really lively, people were welcoming, people were Ushiobi crowd him the crowd, Mr. Bisa Assembly there. So she really liked it. But in terms of course, in terms of they are worried about malaria. Before everybody Ghana, she had to take malaria shots, and then also they are worried about the health system in Ghana. Her health system is a completely different system compared to the old Ghana. Since almost Baby stay or Ghana now, they are a bit apprehensive. Almost they are really worried about that because Japanese when they really care about their health.
Only if you make come then on Ghana.
Oh, many actually about Ghana cry and then enough for also by Ghana no ye nam 4 nearby. Na Meshia Nkrofo sa omaba Ghana da Japanese for most of them have a favorable opinion about Ghana. Other than so, of course, we are a developing country. So of course, the NADA it is non-negotiable. We are a developing country, so the things you find over here is not the same thing you find back at home in Ghana. I say transportation system alone is well organized. And you don't even need to have a car on your own. You can always go anywhere you want to go because the train systems are working, the bus systems are working. And some of these infrastructure, compared to back at home, completely we still have a long way to go.
Yeah, but that's on Yamra show no so Mr. J. Ampedu Ofosu. But that's over passing through SVTV Africa. So shout out to last message be and our shout outs are just my shout outs and signing out.
Yeah. Before I remember shout out to the M-Pesa mechanic say I believe in Ghana and I believe in the Ghanaian people. And I am hoping say in the near future I think so we have so much potential in Ghana. Ghana, a lot of resources from gold to oil. How Bahanuma, they have none, but their human resource and their capital is really developed. And they may kind of say Ghana for as I say a boy a homeoding, as I say a share holding. Now your buana yet mind in such a way say that man so be rich no maka say yenananom bi and omu mine. And looking at all the things we have, and I think sometimes you blame politicians too much, but we are the same people who elect our political leaders. So if we change, I believe there will be changes in our political leaders. But if we don't change, then we are not going to have any change with the kind of leadership we put out there every 4 years. And I think the change begins with us, and we should try as much as possible to initiate changes from our homes to make Ghana a better place for each and every one of us. And I would like to say thank you very much for this opportunity, DJ Nyame, for giving me this chance to come and talk about my experience with you. Nyame shira bebre na onko so ana oma program na enye kese wo amano ni nyina.
Nice one, nyame sha so say oba so oni abehye bi at least nkofo bebre ensu besua bebre efisa chat ya have. Daily also worldwide and no one know you better than straight from Japan at least you come for the nyina kire so what you say eti oba so numbers in the good screen so madam production team as DJ click Sharon and Faustina Daily also worldwide the only internet where internet who the way jina so no fantastic me dey na be we kakra but still original painting you dey gba me Charlie big ups you better not say so we pass it to FM DJ nyame we shall mo koma ka say tour na ma just tour so tour makram me ko